Hello, I'm Vivian McGrath from vivianmcgrath.com. And today I want to really speak from the heart and about something very close to me. And I want to talk about how to live today as though it's your last. You know, my dad, my beautiful dad, is going to turn 100 years old. I'm not kidding, 100 year. He's going to be 100 in a couple of weeks. And he's lived a really lucky, fortunate life, you know, a whole century. But then somebody I know has just lost the love of her life, her best friend, the father to her two boys, at half my dad's age. And it really made me think about two things, you know, that is really important for us all to remember. Death is certain and life is too short, you know, and I'm saying this because so many women that come to me and I speak to have spent years in unhappy relationships in which they're unfulfilled, feeling unloved, disrespected, settling for less in their life, their relationships, their careers, not living their passion, not living their purpose, and in a way abandoning themselves. And it's cost them everything. You know, I've heard women tell me how much this has cost them, from their happiness to their self-respect, to their confidence, to their relationships with their children, because they're not showing up fully in their own worth, that they're just trying to survive and they're not able to connect properly with their kids because they're trying to cope with their own lives. It's cost them thousands of dollars supporting relationships that are just with low value people who are just taking advantage of them. But the most important thing that it has cost them is years. And that is time that you'll never get back. And this is why I wanted to come on live today. You know, it's time you won't get back. And as we gather in a couple of weeks to celebrate my entire extended family is going to be there. Thank goodness COVID restrictions have lifted. But my entire extended family is going to be gathering in a couple of weeks for my dad's 100th birthday. But it's going to be bittersweet because on the one hand, I'm so grateful and blessed that he is still in my life. But obviously, all of us have at the back of our minds that he's on borrowed time. And, you know, when I left my toxic ex and an abusive relationship when I was young, that was the thing that really made me stay strong, was that time. I realized that I never, ever wanted to spend another minute of my life and the life of my baby, because I fled with my baby. I didn't want to spend another minute, day, year compromising myself, compromising my values. But more importantly, I thought, I don't want to wake up in 10 years' time and look back at my life with regret. I am not going to be a victim. I am going to grab my life with both hands and live as though it's my last. It hurt. But, you know, I almost lost my life in that relationship. And that really brings life and time into perspective. You know, I realized that now is all we've got. Now is it. Now is always it. You know, it wasn't easy. And, you know, leaving that toxic relationship, it was really hard to start my life again as a single mother with nothing, terrified of the future and the unknown. But you know what I thought? I thought, I cannot look to the past. I cannot look back. I cannot fear the future because I don't even know if I've got a future. I almost lost my life. You don't know. if you've got a future. So all you have is now. And as this beautiful woman I know who just lost her partner, the love of her life, just said the other day, and I wanted to share it with you, please ask yourself this. What would you do differently today, this week, this holiday season, next year, if you knew it was your last time on earth? And I don't want that to sound macabre. I just see so many women wasting years and years and years, and they know they're wasting it, but they just are too afraid to take the step to break free and change their lives. You know, just ask yourself this: if this is your last year on earth, is the life, the way you're living it, is the relationships you're in, is the job you're in, is who you are showing up every day in your life good enough for you if you were dying? Because in a way, every day on this earth we are, aren't we? Does this make sense? You know, ask yourself all these questions. Would you settle for less in a relationship where you're getting nothing in return, with someone who's emotionally unavailable, who's emotionally unstable? If you knew it was your last time on earth, would you settle for that? I don't think you would. Would you put yourself last and always put everybody else first at the expense of your happiness and your well-being? Would you give up your dreams and stick at that mundane job that you've just stayed at because you're just too scared to go for your dreams? Would you waste it by not living your best life, true to who you are, seizing the day and squeezing every bit of life out of it? That was the decision I made when I realized now is the only time I've got. And if I squander it, then I'm going to one day look back with regret. So please don't squander it. Don't waste the chance you've got to live. Make the decision that 2022 is going to be the year that you live your best life, both on the inside and out, that you are true to you, your values, your beliefs, your goals, and you show up fully. And I know that's hard when you feel trapped in this cycle that you keep repeating and you can't get out of it. I know that, because I was in that myself. But what if next year you could live free, with inner peace, happy within, no matter what happens externally, no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does? What if you could surround yourself with empowering, inspiring, brilliant, successful, happy, joyful people, and remove all toxicity from your life? What if you could build the career, that business that you've been dreaming of, but you've been too scared? What if you could stand up and show your children what self-worth, what healthy relationships looks like, and have them look at you and think, wow, mum is winning at life? And they look up to you as that incredible role model. What if you could let go of trying to fix relationships or settle for relationships when you don't even like that person, but yet you wonder why you're still hanging around trying to fix them? You know, what if you could open yourself up to that beautiful, loving relationship like I now have, which is effortless, full of joy, where you are supported, loved, safe? What if that's possible? You know, it just comes down to that decision. What if I only have now? What is the choice I'm going to make? And if you are really ready to find the courage to replace that fear and want to make 2022 your best year yet, the one that you are finally aligned, living your passion, purpose, opening yourself up to relationships that you deserve, that, you know, with someone who is worthy of you, not the other way around, then please just take action. And the one thing I would just encourage you to do is to watch my free webinar, How to Liberate Yourself in Life and Love, and say goodbye toxic relationship, hello beautiful life. And then let's talk. Let's get on the phone and let's talk, and we can make a plan to make that all possible. That's my gift to you this holiday season, is to just remind you that, and I promise you this is not in a macabre way, this is really inspired by my dad, who's 100 and who is on borrowed time, and death is certain and life is too short for us with him. That is a fact. But, you know, knowing that I almost lost my life like that, knowing that this beautiful woman I know has now lost the one she loves, and who is really beautifully encouraging everybody to ask yourself, what would you do differently this week, this day, this holiday season, and next year if you knew it was your last? Okay, so I'm going to put the link to my webinar in the description below, or join my Facebook group. You don't need to be alone, you know, and surround yourself with people who are all wanting to make the same decision and choice, and just make that decision that you are going to grab life by the hands. You're going to live. You're going to stop surviving. You're going to really, really live as though it's your last. Okay, and I just want to finish on this beautiful story, because my dad has now been sent. He actually got sent 2 letters from the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, and it's saying, happy 100th birthday. You know, it's really sweet. He managed to get 2, and they're both signed by Elizabeth R. And he got letters from, you know, dignitaries here in Australia. And the funniest thing was, he said he got them early. They arrived a few weeks early, and he said, what if I pop my clogs? What if I die before my birthday? I've cheated the Queen. You got to love my dad, don't you? Anyway, that's my life for today. Thank you, Luna. You say that's a great way to look at things. Every moment is precious. Well, if you're ready, Luna, to break free, if you're one of those women who are just stuck in these patterns where you are settling for less and abandoning yourself, and I say that in a nice way, because I abandoned myself for years. I settled for a relationship that was just no good for me. I was not happy in it. It cost me everything. It cost me years of my life, and settling for friends that are toxic because you've known them since childhood. Do you know what I mean? Or not showing up and asking for that pay rise, not following the business that you want to create just because you're too scared. You know, if you're ready to break all of that, then please do watch my webinar, because it will give you the 5 mindset shifts. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? That you need to step into your worth and make today the day you really say, I'm now going to live my best life, both on the inside and out. All right, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.